Repair a software installation. Project description. Welcome to Repair a Software Installation. In this capstone project, you'll simulate repairing an application that won't launch on a remote employee's computer. You'll evaluate the state of the software installation using command line tools. You'll then run Microsoft Installer, MSI, installer to repair the software installation. Finally, you'll test the software to ensure it runs properly after the repair. The project has 4 goals. Identify a software installation issue and consider the possible causes. Replicate the software installation problem and research the issue. Follow a troubleshooting process to evaluate and fix a software installation problem. Repair a software installation and verify the repair works. Prerequisite learning. This project is based on the knowledge and skills you acquired in these modules. Software. Operating systems. Skills summary. After completing this capstone project, you should be able to review a support ticket, follow troubleshooting steps for a software issue, communicate with a user about an issue, determine the probable cause of a software issue, use Windows Management Instrumentation Command Line, WMIC, utility to retrieve information about applications installed on Windows. Use WMIC to retrieve information about the installation of specific applications on Windows. Use an MSI file to repair a software installation. Verify that an issue is successfully solved. Employability skills. In addition, you will have practiced these employability skills. Analytical thinking. Attention to detail. Critical thinking. Communication. Learning agility. Problem solving. Select each section to learn how you will practice these employability skills in this project. Analytical thinking. You'll employ analytical thinking by evaluating an issue with a software installation and determining the steps to resolve it. Attention to detail. You'll practice attention to detail when you carefully evaluate the state of the operating system's installed applications. Critical thinking. You'll use critical thinking to assess the best methods and tools to repair the software package so that the employee can return to being productive. Communication. You'll communicate with the employee via email to gain an understanding of the issue. Learning agility. Because the operating system and installed software are tightly integrated, you'll determine the best methods and tools to repair the installation so the employee can run the software normally. Problem solving. You'll use problem-solving skills to identify the issue with the software application that won't run, determine the best solution, then apply it. How will you be assessed? 1. As you work through each step in this project, answer the required questions to demonstrate your knowledge of operating systems and software installations. You will receive feedback and can retry if you do not get an answer correct. Note: do not close your browser while working on a step in the project because your progress will be lost, and you'll need to start again. 2. Complete a 10-question final assessment to demonstrate the knowledge and skills you applied in the project. You must get 80% to pass. You will receive feedback and can retry the final assessment if needed. Steps to complete. In the role of an IT support technician, you will assess a software package that fails to run and resolve the issue. You'll complete this project in 5 steps. 1. Review the support ticket. 2. Review troubleshooting steps. 3. Identify the problem. Task 1. Gather information from the employee. Task 2. Evaluate the response. Task 3. Establish a theory of probable cause. 4. Replicate and research the problem. Task 1. Attempt to launch the application. Task 2. Confirm application information. 5. Implement and test a solution. Task 1. Download the latest version of the application. Task 2. Repair the application installation. Task 3. Verify the repair. The support ticket. You're working as an IT support technician for a nonprofit organization. You're on a team of support technicians who support local and remote employees. You just received a ticket from an employee named Michaela Dean. Review the ticket and attached screen capture to determine the initial, important information you can identify. The employee details for Michaela Dean, employee number, 51679394, list her email address as mthine@recforgood.org and her assigned device ID as mthine desktop, with no location specified. This high-priority request is for a new issue regarding a desktop device running the Windows operating system. Issue details. IT installed MySQL Workbench a couple months ago. When I try to open the tool this afternoon, I get an error on the screen that indicates that MySQL Workbench has encountered a problem. See the attached screen capture. It also says something about the system cannot find a certain file. I need MySQL Workbench to manage the organization's database. Can you fix the application so I can get back to work? What do you notice from the ticket? Michaela Dean, the employee, is having trouble launching an application. Application file or files appear to be missing. All other applications on the system appear to be working without any issues. The issue is affecting Michaela's productivity and ability to complete work, making this a high priority. Overview. Step 2, review troubleshooting steps. Now that you've reviewed the support ticket, you're almost ready to analyze the problem. But first, let's review a checklist for troubleshooting software issues. By reviewing this checklist, you'll be better prepared to interact with the employee, analyze the issue, and resolve the issue. Steps for troubleshooting software issues. Carefully review the following checklists so you're familiar with the steps for troubleshooting and resolving software issues. If you encounter challenges while troubleshooting the employee's issue, you can refer to this checklist to guide you to the next step. Identify the details of the problem, make a note of specific error messages, symptoms, and when the issue occurs. Detailed documentation helps to understand the problem's nature. Replicate the problem, try to recreate the problem consistently to understand its behavior and triggers better. Reproducing the issue in controlled conditions helps in diagnosing its root cause. Isolate the cause, use diagnostic tools or isolation techniques to determine if the problem is caused by software or hardware. Identify specific software components or processes involved in causing the issue. Research and gather information, explore help documents, online forums, official support pages, and knowledge bases related to the software or issue. These resources often contain valuable insights or solutions that others have found effective. Implement a solution, apply solutions such as installing software updates and patches or making configuration changes as suggested by reliable sources or based on research findings. Sometimes, reinstalling or repairing the software might be necessary. Test and verify the solution. After implementing a solution, thoroughly test if the issue is resolved. Check if the problem no longer occurs and observe the system's performance to ensure the solution doesn't introduce new issues. Document issues and steps taken. Documenting the problem, including the steps taken to resolve it and the successful solution, is often skipped, but it is one of the most important steps in troubleshooting. Documentation can serve as a reference for similar future issues not only for you but potentially for others as well. Overview. Step 3, identify the issue and establish a theory of probable cause. After reviewing the troubleshooting checklist, you're ready to start working on Michaela's issue. Troubleshooting is not always a straightforward process. Gathering as much information as possible about an issue can help you avoid wasting time on the wrong source of the issue. Data can also help you isolate what might be causing the issue and develop a plan for fixing it efficiently and effectively. In this step, you'll complete tasks to learn more about the issue by interacting with the employee. You'll then establish a theory of probable cause to help you develop a plan of action to resolve the issue. Then, you'll be ready to test and implement a solution to get the employee back to full productivity. Overview. Step 4, replicate and research the issue. Now that you've gathered key information from the employee and learned more about the issue she's having, you're ready to address the issue. You'll follow some specific steps to get Michaela up and running as quickly as possible. First, you need to confirm the issue. Repeating the steps that she took will help you observe what she encountered and better understand the nature of the issue. You also need to gather some background information about the application so you can determine the best method to troubleshoot the issue. Next, you will use an operating system tool to learn more about the software the user has installed. You will use this information to develop a repair strategy. Windows provides a tool as a part of the operating system that helps IT support technicians manage and troubleshoot software installations. The Windows Management Instrumentation command line, WMIC, is a command line utility to Windows Management Instrumentation. Windows Management Instrumentation, WMI, is a tool set that enables technicians to use scripts and software to monitor and manage Windows operating systems and installations. You'll use WMIC to retrieve more information about the MySQL Workbench installation. WMIC can provide information about all the apps installed on Windows. It can also provide detailed information about a single application. Specifically, you'll be trying to understand the state of the MySQL Workbench installation and which Microsoft Installer MSI package was used to install the application. Complete the tasks. Next, you will complete these tasks. Task 1, attempt to launch the application. Task 2, confirm application information. In this step, you're using remote access software to operate Michaela's computer remotely. She gave you access permissions so you can access her computer to view her Windows desktop. Task 1, attempt to launch the application. Step 1/17. In this task, you'll try to launch MySQL Workbench to observe the application's behavior. You want to confirm Michaela's experience and make sure you can replicate it. Select the next arrow to continue. Step 2/17. You are viewing Michaela's desktop. You need to locate and open the software, MySQL Workbench. Select the next arrow to continue. Step 3/17. Next, type MySQL in the search field to search for the tool, and then press Enter. Step 4/17. The tool displays in the search results. Select MySQL Workbench 8.0 CE from the result list. Step 5/17. Interesting. Notice that you get the same error message that Michaela reported. You can replicate the issue Michaela reported. Select the next arrow to continue. Task 2, confirm application information. Step 6/17. In this task, you will confirm some details about the application, such as the version that is installed and the install state of the application. By confirming these details, you can get a better idea of what might be causing the issue. You'll use the WMIC command line tool for this part of your investigation. Select the next arrow to continue. Step 7/17. First, you want to gather general information about all the applications on the system that have been installed using MSI technology. MSI technology is a component of the Windows operating system used for the installation, maintenance, and removal of software. You can use the product parameter of WMIC to get this information. Select the next arrow to continue. Step 8/17. Next, type CMD in the search field to open the command prompt, and then press Enter. Step 9/17. This launches the Windows command prompt application. Place your cursor in the command prompt window after the C:\users\user prompt. Type WMIC product get name version and then press Enter. Step 10/17. The command prompt window displays all of the applications installed on the operating system that use the MSI technology. Select the next arrow to continue. Step 11/17. Notice the output includes an entry for MySQL Workbench 8.0 CE. You note that the version number is 8.0.36. According to the Oracle website, this is the latest version available. Next, you need to get more detailed information about MySQL Workbench. Select the next arrow to continue. Step 12/17. You'll use the product parameter of the WMIC tool again to get details about the application, and you can use the where keyword to narrow the search so the output only provides information about MySQL Workbench. You will also use the get parameter to retrieve detailed information about the application and format it as a list of items. Select the next arrow to continue. Step 13/17. Place your cursor in the command prompt window after the C:\users\user prompt. Type WMIC product where name like %MySQLW% get/format list and then press enter. Step 14/17. The command prompt window provides details about the MySQL Workbench application. Notice that the output only lists information about MySQL Workbench and provides more details about the installation file. Select the next arrow to continue. Step 15/17. Review the output to find the value of the INST all state field. Notice a value of 5, which means the OS recognizes the application as installed. However, this only confirms the software's installation record exists in the Windows installer database and doesn't exclude other software issues. This suggests Michaela's problem likely isn't due to installation or update failures. Select the next arrow to continue. Step 16/17. Now, review the package name field value in the output. Notice the value of the MSI file name is MySQL Workbench Community 8.0.36 Wink64.msi. This MSI file includes all the components for installing and maintaining software on Windows using Microsoft Installer, MSI. Record this name, you will use it to help you develop your repair strategy. Select the next arrow to continue. Step 17/17. The package name value indicates which MSI file was used to install MySQL Workbench. After an installation file might be deleted to save disk space. So, this file might no longer exist on Michaela's computer. Select the next arrow to continue. Congratulations! You've successfully replicated the application error as part of your research. You also used the WMIC command line tool to determine the latest version of MySQL Workbench is installed on Michaela's computer. Overview. Step 5. Implement and test a solution. You've learned from the information you gathered from WMIC that the MySQL Workbench application is listed in the operating system's database. You have also found the name of the MSI file that installed the software. Because the IT department installed the application using MSI technology, you can manage the installation from the command line or directly using the MSI file. You decide that the most straightforward approach to repairing Michaela's application is to use the MSI file. You identified this name in the WMIC output in the package name field. You look for the MSI file on Michaela's computer, but it appears to have been deleted. You need to download the latest version of the MSI file from the MySQL website. You'll use this downloaded file to repair her installation. Complete the tasks. Next, you will complete these tasks. Task 1. Download the latest version of the MySQL Workbench installation file. Task 2. Repair the application installation. Task 3. Verify the repair. Task 1. Download the latest version of the application. Step 1/20. In this task, you'll download the latest version of MySQL Workbench MSI file. After searching Michaela's computer, you learn that the MSI file no longer exists on her hard drive. You need to download this file, as you'll use it to attempt to repair the software installation. Select the next arrow to continue. Step 2/20. You are viewing Michaela's desktop. Select the edge icon on the taskbar. Step 3/20. You need to download the latest installation file for MySQL Workbench since the installation file no longer exists on Michaela's computer. In the Edge browser, Place your cursor in the search bar, type https://devmysql.com/download/workbench/ https://dev.mysql.com/download/workbench, and then press enter. Step 4/20. The MySQL Workbench download page provides recommended download links to the MySQL installer MSI file for Windows. In the Other Downloads section, select Download. Step 5/20. The MySQL Community Downloads web page displays. Below the login or sign up options, select No thanks, just start my download. Step 6/20. Your download of the latest installer file is complete. You're ready to attempt the repair. Select the next arrow to continue. Task 2, repair the application installation. Step 7/20. Now that you have the MSI file downloaded from the MySQL website, you'll run the file to find the options MSI installer gives you for repairing the software and select one. Select the next arrow to continue. Step 8/20. This is the file explorer on Michaela's computer. In the folder list, select Downloads. Step 9/20. Remember that you previously noted the package name of the MySQL Workbench application installation on Michaela's computer. It's here. Select the MySQL Workbench Community 8.0.36 Wink64.msi file and then press Enter to open the installer. Step 10/20. The setup wizard for MySQL Workbench 8.0 CE opens. Select Next. Step 11/20. On the program maintenance page, you have three options. You can modify it to change which features are installed, repair the installation to fix missing or corrupt files, or remove the application from the computer. You need to fix any file errors. Select Repair to change the installer to repair mode, and then select Next. Step 12/20. On the Ready to Repair the Program page, select Install to repair the installation. Step 13/20. The MSI installer runs, replacing any missing or corrupt files from the last installation. Select the next arrow to continue. Step 14/20. On the wizard completed page, select Finish. Step 15/20. You used the MSI installer to repair Michaela's installation of MySQL Workbench. The installer evaluates the files on her computer and makes the necessary updates and changes to ensure all the files are correct, that they're not corrupt, and that the application has all the files it needs to run. Select the next arrow to continue. Task 3, verify the repair. Step 16/20. Now that you've run the installer using the repair option, you must verify that MySQL Workbench runs properly on Michaela's computer. Select the next arrow to continue. Step 17/20. You need to locate and open MySQL Workbench. Select the next arrow to continue. Step 18/20. Type MySQL in the search field to search for the tool, and then press Enter. Step 19/20. When the tool appears in the search results, select MySQL Workbench 8.0 CE from the result list. Step 20/20. When you launch the application, you confirm that MySQL Workbench runs with no errors. You see the application welcome page, which indicates that the application is running properly. Select the next arrow to continue. Wrap up. In the role of an IT support technician, you successfully assessed a software package that failed to run and resolved the issue. Now that you've completed this capstone project, you should be able to review a support ticket, follow troubleshooting steps for a software issue, communicate with a user about an issue, determine the probable cause of a software issue, use Windows Management Instrumentation Command Line, WMIC, utility to retrieve information about applications installed on Windows. Use WMIC to retrieve information about the installation of specific applications on Windows. Use an MSI file to repair a software installation. Verify that an issue is successfully solved.